first you don't succeed, try and try again. So keen were US authorities to get their hands on an Iranian-owned oil tanker, they used everything at their disposal. First came the stick. Accusing the tanker of moving oil to Syria in breach of sanctions, they went to the UK for help. British Marines impounded the ship while it was passing through the Strait of Gibraltar. The Spanish Foreign Minister said the arrest came after a demand from the US to the UK. But on 15th of August, Gibraltar released the vessel. It set sail into the Mediterranean a few days later, after being renamed from Grace 1 to Adrian Daria 1. Then came the carrot. We've all had one of those emails. I'm writing to you with good news. What might you expect? A surprise lottery win, perhaps a huge inheritance from a long-lost royal family member in Africa. Well, that's exactly the email that the ship's captain received. But this wasn't your regular spam for the junk folder. This came direct from the State Department.
This is Brian Hook. I work for Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and serve as the US representative for Iran.
The offer? Millions of dollars for Captain Kumar to dock his Iranian-owned tanker in a US-friendly port that would allow its seizure by Washington. After the possibly confused captain failed to reply, a second email hit his inbox, the tone now less friendly.
With this money, you can have any life you wish and be well off in old age. If you choose not to take this easy path, life will be much harder for you.
What lay behind this thinly veiled threat was left to his imagination. Tehran was understandably riled.
Having failed at piracy, the US resorts to outright blackmail. Deliver us Iran's oil and receive several $1 million, or be sanctioned yourself. Sounds very similar to the Oval Office invitation I received a few weeks back. It is becoming a pattern.
Incredibly, the State Department confirmed this unusual strategy, even adding this was no one-off.
We have conducted extensive outreach to several ship captains, as well as shipping companies.
Captain Kumar, meanwhile, is on the US naughty list. How differently this story would have ended if only Captain Kumar had cashed in and just answered that good news email.
Anyone who said the Adrian Daria 1 wasn't headed to Syria is in denial. Tehran thinks it's more important to fund the murderous Assad regime than provide for its own people. We can talk, but Iran's not getting any sanctions relief until it stops lying and spreading terror.
The fact that they tried to bribe the captain of the tanker and then subsequently threatened him is extraordinary, and it should be something that people in the United States would be kept talking about day and night. But there are also other issues as well. Bolton wants to intimidate Iran, and the very fact that he has failed and the Iranian supertanker is alongside the Syrian shore reveals that failure. So he's outraged at another level. He wants to make the Syrian people suffer as much as possible, because that's been U.S. policy for many years now. And on the other hand, he wants to prevent Iran from carrying out trade with other countries through bullying and threats and illegal behavior. So there are multiple reasons for the U.S. behavior towards Iran, towards Syria, and towards all independent countries. But I think it's only harming the United States in the long run, because the United States is increasingly seen as a rogue regime.